Hello everybody, my name is Burnage, and this is my review for Space Quest 1, The Saurian Encounter. Space Quest is basically King's Quest in space. As is typical for this style of game, you walk around the areas, typing in commands to examine and interact with your environment. Except this time, instead of a king, you're a spaceship janitor named Roger Wilco. Yep, you're the janitor. The biggest difference between Space Quest and, let's say, the first three King's Quest games, because those are the other ones I've played so far, is that Space Quest is very linear. You explore an area for a little while, and then when you leave, you never come back. This can make the game kind of hard to complete, because if you miss anything in a previous area, you can't go back to get it. So make a new save file every time you reach a new area. That way you can load previous saves to look around old areas if you get stuck. Also, unlike the King's Quest games, there were a couple mini-games inside this one. Nothing crazy, but a little bit of variety can be nice to break up the monotony. That is, if you don't break your computer screen after failing to dodge rocks on the sand skimmer for the 100th time. Another thing that differs from the early King's Quest titles is that now you don't get the full description of an area every time you look around. Sometimes where you're standing makes a difference. If your character won't be able to see something from where he's standing, it won't appear in the dialogue when you look around. So now, sometimes you have to look around from multiple vantage points if you don't want to miss anything. Thankfully, this isn't the case too often because that would just get annoying. There are even multiple ways to get past certain situations, which really wasn't a thing in the previous games. There were some specific situations you could use multiple different commands to get past things, but in Space Quest it can even affect some of your future choices as well, which I think is a huge improvement. Sorry if this review is a little cryptic. I don't want to give any examples that would give away solutions for those that are watching to see if they want to play this game or not. Space Quest has a good story with a lot of fun jokes and many funny ways to die. Now let's talk about some issues you might run into while playing this game. How linear this game is can really cause some mental anguish. I didn't have many problems, but even if you make a lot of different saves, you can end up getting near the end of the game and then not having what you need to continue and having to start all over. This isn't a huge deal because the whole game only takes like 30 minutes to beat once you know what you're doing, but it can be a little bit of a pain. Another thing is having to stand in specific places to see certain things. These are the parts I got stuck on. I would look at something and there wouldn't be anything of interest, so I would move on and never think to come back and look from a different angle. I think the developers thought they were getting innovative with this idea, but in practice it's really just an annoyance that will set you back because in previous games, when you looked at something, you got all the information. Once you get past these couple minor issues, it's still a really great game in the series. Early on, when I was dealing with some new mechanics and getting stuck, I was having less fun than in earlier Sierra games. But by the end, I really liked this one as much as the others. If you like King's Quest, you'll probably like Space Quest too. I recommend it to anyone who likes Sierra interactive games or figuring out puzzles. Like and subscribe in hopes that after saving the world, Roger won't have to keep scrubbing toilets. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.